so we're just going to kind of chill out. And I think we'll be able to see if anybody actually joins us. Because there's nobody here with us yet, I don't think. Because can you see the little stats on your screen, Tim?
Yeah, I can see some numbers.
There's like a person thing and a thumbs up thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's on your side too. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's even going to join us or how
yeah.
this
Well,
works.
we've got one additional member already, right? So yeah.
There you go. There you go. And we can also, I think, edit this. Hang on, I'm looking to see if there's. Okay, so you could, if you wanted to, Tim.
Hmm.
Oh, somebody's here. We have one. Who's with us? Who's with us? Hello, hello. Somebody put a chat thing up, but I don't. Oh, wait.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there's a chat button. Right, yeah.
Okay, wait. Now I know that's the other thing I need to do. I need to go to manage the comments. Hang on. I got to move this for a second. I got to go on my laptop because I would be able to see the comments, I don't think.
I can see him.
But they're
I
still there, but they pop up and then they go away.
Yeah, there's a little message icon on the screen. Yeah.
But then it
Hi,
goes,
sorry, Jade.
hello, honey. Um, okay, hang on. I wonder if this works. No, it doesn't. I can't get there this way. What
This
the?
it, up the top where you've got the stats,
Yeah,
and then on the right you've got like a little message icon.
yeah.
Hit that.
Oh, yeah, but then I can't see you.
Oh, well, I can
Go
see
away.
you.
Okay, so, yeah, how weird. Oh, wait, hang on. Live chat, all messages visible. It's not doing it. I don't know what's
Yeah,
wrong.
it's doing it here. Hmm,
It's not doing it here.
that.
View chat options, live chat, all messages are visible. But then
Yeah,
but I don't have none.
that's weird.
There's none there. So obviously, as you can see, loves, we are I'm Shamama. Hey everybody. This is Tim, my dear friend. And we this is going live together from different locations, and we're kind of trying to see if this is going to work. And I don't know if it's going to work, and it is working, but we're not quite sure what we're doing. And I don't know why I can't see restart video. Oh, like end it and scrap it and come back on again? We could do that. You want to try it one more time? I
We
just
can
don't
do
know why
that.
I see like the comment pops up, but then it goes away and I'm not allowed to respond.
Yeah.
Like
Mm,
I wish there was a way that we could. I mean, obviously we're talking to them because we're responding verbally, but
I guess is that the
I
way you normally do
how
it,
to
right?
I don't know. I never done live. Shamama, do you have another device so you can watch the live on? So you can. Oh, yeah.
Ah,
What
right.
I
Yeah.
was trying to do on
Sorry. I just stopped you in the middle of your flow. I'm sorry.
the. Yes, I do. Thank you, love, Tim. Tim. Oh, look. Yeah, there's a little thingy there. Wait, how do I get to it? Hang on. God, I'm so fucking challenged with this stuff. Oh, wait, go to the live. Here we go. Okay. But I got to turn the
Mm.
volume off on my computer. Boom. That's how you do it, Tim. Go on your laptop. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're on your No, you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Go to your laptop. Go
Yeah.
to our channel, Mama's channel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the video isn't loading, but I can see the comments. So that's interesting. The video's not loading. How come? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. You can still hear me, Tim, right?
I can hear you fine.
And everybody in YouTube land can hear me because now this is weird watching the video because it's delayed from
Uh,
looking at us on the camera. So we're only going to look at the comments, not the video feed on that, because that will fuck you up seeing yourself in complete delay. Okay, we got it.
all right. Uh,
Thank you. I don't know why I'm typing because I can talk. Thank you. Okay, we have somebody else with us. Oh my God, we actually have 7 people on with us already.
do we?
We do. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. So, everybody, you guys know me, of course, and this is Tim and his cat's butt in our faces.
Just the way it should be, right? Yeah.
Tim, would you like to just introduce yourself for anybody? Don't look at the video, you'll get distracted.
Yeah, I've just moved that off the screen slightly. Yeah, hi. I'm Tim York. I'm a long-time friend and confidant of Shamama, and I'm here to, I think, along with this lovely lady, to be as real as possible about life and about how we can best show up at this point in history, and so yeah, we'll talk about that loads more. My background is into lots of different modalities and therapies and coaching and all that kind of stuff, but um, I just want to get to the real juicy, raw, vulnerable stuff because I think that's what counts, especially now.
Hell yeah. Ain't that the truth? Hang on, I gotta cover my screen because it's fucking me up. It's confusing me. I feel like a tea fly. Well, thank you, Tim, for being here with me and put brave self out here in this world with me. To do this. I appreciate you and I am so grateful for you showing up and being here. Um,
Really.
truly, truly. So we had started this conversation as we were trying to figure out what the hell was going on this morning. And we were just being a little bit silly, right? This morning. And we were kind of we're going to be just a little silly with you guys for a few minutes since there's just 7 of us here and we can be silly, right? We can be silly anytime we want. But we were Tim has never done cards on camera before for like the masses, and I had suggested that we maybe pull a couple cards because the energies have been crazy wonky this week, uh, as this week, this year, this lifetime, la la. So I had pulled my unicorn decks because I wanted to use those today. And so Tim was getting all up in his head. He didn't know what to pick. And I'm like, just don't worry about it. If we get to it, you'll just pick whatever. But we were showing our fun little things that make us who we are and kind of just little things about ourselves. So I was showing Tim my oldest child, Izzy, for my birthday, which was back a few weeks ago. Um, bought me this sweet little unicorn, and I want to show it to everybody because I was showing it to Tim, and he's like, "I love that. It's very cute." And so I'm showing you guys my unicorn because this is just part of me and who I am. So,
Yeah.
love me, hate me, whatever. I have a very sweet unicorn next to me, and I'm a very happy lady. So, funniest part was that my kid, who is 25, my oldest, um, says to me, "Mom, it was the funniest thing because I went shopping for you and the gifts I bought you were things that I would buy a preteen-year-old girl." She bought me a unicorn stuffed animal and a lava lamp for my bedroom. So it was just really funny. And yeah, so even at my age, um, embrace your inner child and let the people around you, I guess that's the point. Let the people around you see that because that brought my kid so much joy to see me get so excited over something that brought my inner child joy. So like let the people around you know who you are. And
Mm.
and yeah, and then Tim, on that note, because Tim doesn't have any stuffed animals.
Well, I do. They're just not here. Like
Oh,
I've
they're
got,
just not right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
But
I've got like
you
unicorn.
had
I
some,
love unicorns. I've got unicorn stuff like in other places. Yeah.
but what you shared
Oh yeah, I'll
was,
share. I'll share.
so I
Oh,
want you to share because it's in the same theme, of course.
yeah. So here we are. So this is the most relatable thing I could find. I don't really wear these very often, but you know, they've got a good unicorn vibe going.
Totally unicorn vibe going. Wait, and I love those. So I want to hear what is the outfit that you would wear. Just I need to hear this. Like, what do you wear when you go out with those shoes on?
Okay, so I virtually never go out with them shoes. But
If
um,
you were to.
yeah, so the only time I've really worn them is at work, you know, going to an office, and it's purposely to distract attention from the fact that you know, I'm not overly interested in this office job that I'm doing. So look at the shoes, and then you won't spend so much time concentrating on me. That's kind of the thing. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. All right. I hear you. So now I want to share one more thing because it goes with your shoes. And again, with the unicorn vibe. So this is crazy. So this was another gift I got. Now, everybody knows about my Batman fetish, blah, 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 blah. Now, how this goes with your shoes. Are you ready for this?
Ready,
You sure? Okay.
probably.
Hang on. It is a double bladed rainbow knife,
Oh, wow, wow,
literally matches your shoes that you
wow.
just showed me to a T.
What do you do with that, Shamama? I want to know. Like,
Well, yeah. Anyway, so um, yes. So my bestie got this for me. So anyway, what do I do with this? I use it. I use it as a knife. Like
yeah.
I'm all about that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, it's all about chopping tomatoes, right?
well,
That's yeah,
right. I use it to cut tomatoes. Right. That's what I use it for.
yeah,
Right. Exactly. But again, all of it goes with the vibe today. So I love it. And are there actually still people here with us listening to us? They're
yeah,
actually.
yeah. They're still here.
All
Yeah,
right. So now we will get a little more like serious, you guys. We just wanted to be a little silly. Because I know for me, the energies have been fucking heavy. And I can honestly say I spent a lot of the weekend like crying in a puddle, a lot of it. So the fact that I feel good enough to come on here today and try this live experience and to really just be silly and laugh and breathe, and it's a big deal. So I feel like it's kind of like a trend on what the energy is going to do a little bit as we come out of Mercury retrograde. I think we're going to get a little bit of air, like I can feel like breathing room.
hmm,
I'm not saying it's going to last by any means, but I feel like we're going to get, what I'm hearing is like a reprieve from the fucking depths of where we've been for the last 100 million years. Um, so yeah. And with that, I wanted to leave today kind of up to Tim because as we got on the phone, you made a very initial, like, I asked you how you were doing, and that's
hmm,
all it took. So I kind of wanted us to touch back to that, if that's okay, and if you're still feeling it, to kind
yeah,
of talk about what you were experiencing and talk it out and work it through and share.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, what you were saying about this weekend and feeling like you know hell, like really, really getting hit heavy. I felt that right at the end of the weekend. And I've heard a lot in the last few weeks, you know, people talking about this year being the real, you know, really facing whatever's been holding you back so that you can really step into your authentic self and, you know, doing what you're here to do, right? So, whatever it is, or whatever the things are that have been where you've been holding yourself back, or whatever it is, that it's going to come in like a train for you to deal with. and this is how it is for me right now, like we were saying on the last call, with the food addiction, and the bad foods, right, the ones that really cause you problems. It's addiction to that stuff, fast food. And I've tried so many different things to address it, and it's still there. And the body has a way of encouraging you to change, and then encouraging you some more, and then this will happen, and that will happen. And so I'm having some of that going on right now, and it's pretty kind of brutal realization, and facing the feelings that I've been avoiding for like 20 plus years. And then coming up with, while I'm going into the layers and feeling it, like coming up with a kind of pathway of change. So, but at the same time, yes, we're in these retrogrades and we're not out of them yet, and I'm aware of that I need to sit in it and with it. Yes, there's other stuff I've got to take care of in my day to day, but I have to take more responsibility now, than I have in this area, so it's big. Yeah.
So how are you like, obviously, again, we talk about you still have to work, you still have your job to do. How
Mm.
are you navigating, managing, because you literally said, I think that what you said to me when, as soon as we got off the phone, is you didn't like feeling how you were feeling being in your body.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I think that's where the words you said, like, I don't like this feeling of being in my body right now.
Mm.
So what are you doing? How are you navigating that? Um
Honestly, that feeling of not feeling wanting to be in my body has been there since, day one.
well,
Right.
right.
So, right. But yeah, definitely accentuated. And what am I doing about it? Primarily, I'm finding it's about a new way of communicating with the cells of my body on a different level than I've been able to do before. And some of it is fucking horrific. Some of it is really like, I mean, just to give you an example, I'm feeling like in my head and my nose and this sort of area, feeling certain things and feeling this replicated in my gut. And it's like a mirror. And I'm just starting to realize how much of a mirror it is. And like the feeling is like gloopy, congealed, bloody, numb, stagnant.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of those really heavy feelings, and so the answer to this at the moment is to be present with it and to sit with it and to allow this communication channel to open up, because if I don't actually sit with and feel this stuff and get this communication going, it's not going to get any better, so I have to do it, and it's fucking awful.
So what's okay, and I agree, and I love this, and I'm sorry I love this, but I love this because it's, so what is the conversation? I want to dig even deeper into, I want you to get into what is that dialogue like in your head, in that space between your ears, because that's always what it feels like. I feel like when you have that self-talk, it just comes. What's that dialogue?
Mm.
What does it sound like? What do you hear?
Okay. Many things. And thank you, because you're prompting me to actually ask more of these kind of questions.
Because these
But
are the questions everybody needs to ask as you process through. So us doing
mm,
this now is
mm,
helping other people realize how to take it one step further. Okay, I identified this, but now what does it mean? What does
mhm,
it look like? So this is what I want people to get out of this, for us, for them, for us, for
mhm,
yourself, is
mhm.
now. So you got it.
Okay. 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 So the dialogue is, for example, um, oh shit, this is real now. Like this thing I've been putting off. I could actually die. Like if I carry on doing what I've been doing. Um, uh, and the it's like saying, look at this, look at that, look at how your body's responding, look at this kind of physical manifestation of how you've been treating me, and look at how progressively it's got worse over time. And um you've had many choice points, where you've not taken that better choice, and we're now in a position where you're on a knife edge. And I've been showing you for years, we've gone from like an amber warning, right? Like 5 years ago to like a red alert, like 2 or 3 years ago, to skull and crossbones
Hmm.
now, you know. And honestly, it's that feeling. It's that kind of skull and crossbones feeling of shit, man. I don't mean this like that this is actually happening physically yet, but it's this energetic. If I don't change, this energetic feeling, and kind of I don't know how to quite put it into words, but it's like a dying off, dying off, right? And the cells are like screaming at me to change. So it's that kind of dialogue that's going on. It's not all negative though, because it's saying, look, if you actually do this stuff and you actually transition through this process, you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to have a different lifestyle, and you're going to have a different relationship with your body and what you put in it and why.
Hmm.
But we've just got to do it this way. But there is a pathway through. It's stuff like that. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And that's the thing. And you got to just keep having these conversations with your body, with your cells. Now, the big thing is coming into a place of you're not looking to do this for, and it comes back to what we were saying before we started. You're not looking to do this because you're not looking to become an Instagram model. You're not you're not doing this because you want people to look at you and go, "Ooh." I mean, you need to the motivation needs to become completely about your health and your preparing your vessel to do what you came here to do.
Hmm.
Because unless you make this healthy, you're not going to be able to fulfill your soul's mission here.
Spot on. Yeah.
And again, I am with you on the other side of that, where you have the food addiction, I have the food aversions, and I don't eat. And yes, I've been eating much better in the last couple weeks, but I can't eat. I get stressed. My brain tells my entire digestive system to shut down, and I am in flight or flight response from the moment I wake up in the morning until it never goes away. It never goes away. And it blocks my ability to eat and take care of myself. And so I have had to come to a place where I am reconnecting my body mind talk with being able to eat food in a good way. Again, just like you, healthy and nourish myself,
Hmm.
because I'm not going to be able to hold and do the things I need to do either on this mission. So we are walking this path literally together
That's
on
amazing.
sides, dealing with food issues, dealing with making the right choices for our body, even when you don't want to eat, or you do want to eat, or you are stressed or you're not stressed, using food for what it's meant for, nourishment,
Hmm.
not for filling holes for our fucked up traumas and shit.
Yeah.
Love this. I love that we as a collective are experiencing this, and I'm going to share a little bit. You guys know about my friend Jamie, and Jamie and I were having this conversation because Jamie was very impacted, Tim, by the last video. She had commented and everything for you about the food disorder and how she has always had a food disorder, a poor no, I'm going to say she's always had a poor relationship with food. And it wasn't until really hearing what you said last week that it clicked with her, the power that it has had all along, that she just like she knew it was there, but it didn't make sense, all of it, until she heard you last week share about it. And she definitely wants to come on. I know she was going to try to come on with us live today, but I knew we couldn't I didn't know if we could add a third person from another location. I didn't know how any of this worked. Now we know, and I think we actually can add another person, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you can swap me out for somebody else,
Oh,
like, yeah, on the go.
third. I don't. Oh yeah, we'd have to remove. Yeah, no, I won't. Anyway, but we will figure out a way to do a call together because I know she has a lot um that will be really important to add to all of this. And the things that I have witnessed, and just not to tell her story, but the things that I have witnessed in her own growth in coming to terms with her body image, and her old dysmorphic ways of viewing herself, and how she's changed her eating, how she's changed her fitness routines, where she used to be one of these balls to the wall, if I'm not hurting and in pain it's no good, um doing it whether she felt up to it or not. Like, she really pushed her body so hard, and her body was fighting back against her, and not losing the weight, and not getting to what she wanted. And so all of these things have played together, and she has come to a beautiful place, and this has all taken place within the last few weeks.
Wow.
And it plays into the stuff that you've shared. So I really want you to see and understand how important the things that you are sharing are. um because, man, it's just, one person is
Mm.
that impacts that person. And so, again, I thank you so much for being here and sharing your parts and your stories and everything. Do we still have people here with us? We have 6 people here with us still. um which is good. I'm just glad people are here and hanging out with us. I mean, um
Yeah, and it's the
what
same. It's the same, for me. And I think, when people watch this, they'll see. Obviously, they see plenty in you in terms of the medicine you give, right? I mean, that's why we're here. It's to give that that energy, our truth, but from a place of really being real and just who we are, showing up exactly as we are, right? And you're doing that right now, which I love
well,
as
and
well. Yeah.
and our struggles don't have to be like the same. They are the same, but they're not the same. And it
Mm,
just goes to show you there's none of us are above it, regardless of where we are on our journeys. Again, we come back to being real with how do we get through day to day. And yes, we all still have things. Yes, I am still challenged by being an 85, a 50 plus year old woman, and it being an 85-pound body. That bothers me. It
mm,
bothers me only because, not of what I look like, but because I don't feel strong enough. Strength, physically strong enough to hold the space, to do the things that I need to be doing or that I am doing. It takes a lot out of me.
mhm,
Energetically, it eats up my body. So I know, and this comes back to the video I did about discipline and perseverance. Me needing to be better disciplined in how I eat, in how I exercise, making myself go for a walk every day, whether I want to or not. Putting on my stupid roller skates. I had my roller skates on in the house the other day. And I was just roller skating around my bedroom because I know if I go outside, I'll kill myself and break my
mm.
neck. So, you know,
Discipline, though, is definitely the word. That's such a big one, and I'm just, in many ways, especially with body health, I've just been so shit at that for so long. Honestly.
but don't judge
Uh,
yourself.
yeah,
Don't judge.
yeah.
Don't judge. You neglected it, but now you're not going to anymore. Right? We have to make these commitments to ourselves. And that's the thing. It doesn't mean you have to go to the gym every single day. It doesn't mean you have to do 100 squats every single day. It means do something good for your body that you enjoy.
Yeah, see, this is it, right? As you were talking, I was just thinking, like, okay, when you're talking about that, and I've tried that so many times, I'm like, I find it so fucking boring. And it's like, okay, well, what's the non-boring, enjoyable version? Where is it? Where is it?
Right. Well, where is it? It
Yeah,
goes back to, I'm going to tell you exactly where it is. You want the answer?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was the favorite physical activity you had as a small child? When you played as a small child, What did you play? Tag? Did you play hopscotch? I mean, I don't know what boys played. I mean, that's very gender. That wasn't like, I'm not trying to be gender, whatever. I'm just saying, like, you know, but
Yeah,
what did you play? Jumping rope. Did you hop? Did you skip? What did you do?
I really can't remember.
Ah,
Yeah,
ooh. That's where
I
you're gonna find your answer.
right.
That's where you're going to find your answer because it's in doing the things that made our little child sing. Those are the things that are meant to be our fitness type baseline. So silly for me. I want, and I'm going to buy it. I have a hula hoop, of course. I love to hula hoop. I have my roller skates. The other thing I want is, and I don't know if you had those in England or not, but there's this thing that has a little ring that goes around your ankle and a pole and a little thing around it like a ball, and you skip around it. So things around your leg and it makes you skip and you have to. Anyway, I want one of those. It's a silly little like $6 kids toy. It's fun. It's fun as hell. Anyway, so it's weird.
Okay.
I'm weird. Physically exercising, it's doing something, you know what I mean? If anything that brings you back to your inner child,
Mhm.
to your little Timmy inside of there, who's screaming to come out under all of this stuff that he's been buried under.
Yeah, I really need to. I need some help with that to remember. I think.
We need to connect with that joy, that little
Mm,
boy.
yeah.
So this is super. All right. So we know what we have next. We know what we're working on next. Okay. Um, So, how do you connect with your little boy? How do we connect with our inner child? What's the easiest way? Meditation? Like, what have you, do you connect with your inner child, Tim?
Not much.
Not much. Mm,
No.
okay. And maybe why not much?
Um, I have this tendency in life to try things. I think this is a Gemini trait to try things and not feel the benefit, or not try them enough, and get bored easily. So I'll try something, and then if I don't see results quickly, or I don't see a pathway and believe in a pathway to that result, I just will drop it. And
Okay.
I've done that with so many things.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So, let's see. I'm trying to see cuz like I feel like there's a fear
mm,
of connecting with the little boy, of letting that joyfulness really out of the box. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I think like I love what you said, but I think it's a kind of like an excuse of a just
Yeah.
not trying to call you out at all, but
That's fine. It's
um
fine.
yeah, like, and I think yeah, oh my god. So why are you afraid of your little boy?
Oh.
Are we gonna go to, do you not want to do this? We don't have to do.
No, I think so. I think I'm okay with it. It's just like, when like you're presented with something you've not dealt with for a while, and then you're like, oh, that. Uh, you
I think
know.
that's what we need to do, but I think that's what we're doing. I think that we need to, like, because this is what's coming up for people. There's
Mm,
shit that we haven't dealt with in a while that we sort of like, I don't want to say swept under the rug, even though that's kind of like the motion I'm feeling, but it's kind of like other things got in the way or sort of like distracted us a little bit from really dealing with these things.
Mhm.
And now they're coming back to be completed. Again, it's the closing of this karmic cycle from the end of last year. We haven't actually, I mean, if you talk about energetically, we've been in Mercury retrograde since the beginning of the year, since the new year came in. So we haven't really energetically moved completely forward yet, I don't feel like.
Mhm. Agree. Yeah, yeah.
Like these are the things we're closing out. And this is why these issues are coming back up so loudly again. The eating thing for you, the eating thing for me, the thing, same with Jamie. The thing is it's coming up with a lot of us. And I'm not just saying the eating thing, I'm just saying things that we started to address like 2 years ago. We got real gung-ho, we're going to do this, we thought we knew and we thought we were, and then other shit took us this
Yeah.
that way, and we weren't fully ready, I don't think, in ourselves to commit, or else we would have, right?
Mhm. Yeah, so much else came up that took our focus and attention.
Right. And it
Yeah.
needs to potentially, because again, what did you say? You had to go from, yellow warning light to red light to skull and crossbones. Sometimes, in order to learn our lessons, we learn through suffering. We know that.
Mhm.
And so sometimes it's not until we get bad, quote unquote bad, that we go, oh shit, now I need to pay attention to me again,
Yeah.
or issue again, or whatever. And this is what we're clearing, because we know that what is next, what we are expanding into as our missions, our spiritual mission, is ready to explode. We are ready to put it all out there and to really to take those next steps
Mhm.
into a much higher timeline. And in order to do that, these things have to be wrapped up, cleared out, and cleared. Like, not just tied up in nice packages. Like, I'm talking like, oh my God, there's like those, the spaceships when they put the trash out and they push the button and it goes out through the airlock and it needs to go.
Yeah.
Gone. Um,
This
so
is why it's so intense, right? It's like we have to do it now. There's no like question on that. There's no bargaining with it, right?
there's not. And you know
Yeah.
what's really interesting? So I want to share, hang on, if I can find it really quick. Because so I was reading this book again last night called The Palladian Workbook. And in the book it talks about, the new earth and all of the things that we are working toward. And it talks about, and I want to just find it, the seven karmic, where is it? I know I marked it in here. Here it is. Okay. The seven karmic patterns. So our solar system technically has like the seven Is it seven planets? Is it nine? I don't know. Anyway, for some reason, it connected with the seven solar rings are the karmic patterns that we are releasing in this lifetime. And what they consist of are arrogance, addiction, prejudice, hate, violence, victimhood, and shame. Now, what I found fascinating about this was it like these are the lessons we came here to learn. Now, yes, we're healing our wounds of abandonment, betrayal, rejection, all of that. That's our wounds. But these are the karmic things that we
Mhm.
have to pay retribution for in this lifetime in order to ascend fully enough to be our highest self and do what we came here to do. So, when we're healing these things, like if we think about it, I believe that every single one of us who have been on this journey for a while, if you look back at your path of everything that you have had to clear and really be honest with yourself, you will find there you have dealt with these issues, every single one of them, or are dealing with them through your journey. And I
Mhm.
love this. So again, This is the addiction. We are dealing with our addiction parts. And I
Mhm.
think that's where a lot of us are. And then you play in all of the things that go with addiction, all of these things, the shame, the victimhood that goes with addiction, right?
Mhm.
The self prejudice, the self hatred, the
Mhm.
projection of that onto others.
There's like this web, right? Yeah, they're all linking together.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
So I just find this fascinating. So, and I share this only because, like, I think that this is important when you go through whatever we're processing, to sit down and go, okay, where do I still hold any sign of arrogance in this situation? Where do I hold? Where am I finding my codependence, my addictive behaviors, whatever, in this situation? These
Mhm.
give us the questions to look within ourselves for these things, to see ourselves. So I don't know. Maybe that will help somebody. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
I guarantee it will. I mean, that's just so bang on for. Yeah, I really and I really feel it. I really feel the people that are connecting with this, or they see it later. The addiction thing is just such. It's like a massive thing that's bubbling up from underneath the collective, and it's like, fuck, we've got to deal with this. We're addicted to multiple things, and we can't carry that shit. We have to step into what we're here to do. We can't carry that shit. And
Mhm.
it's that's why it's such a strong energy, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we're using, and why are we carrying the addiction? Because we're using the addiction to hide behind a feeling of lack. That's all it comes to. I'm not good enough. There's something bad that inside of me that feels bad. I'm missing something. There's a hole. There's a lack mentality in addiction. And we use whatever the addiction is that we choose to fill that hole. So what we are being asked to is coming back to our simplest form of ourselves and really looking at what are we trying to hide under this addiction? What are we masking? I mean it's I know for me, like, I smoke cannabis still. I 99% of the time honor it, but that 1% of the time I like it. Like, I enjoy smoking it. I don't even get high from it most of the time, but I enjoy that mental connection of that smoking, and whatever.
Oh, it's just like me with the eating. It's
Uh,
just the same.
Like you with eating, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I know it's not good for me to do all the time, but I have to come to terms with, well, what is it? What is it about that? What am I getting? I get a break. I breathe deeper when I inhale the smoke of marijuana. I breathe deep. I fill my lungs. It brings peace. Why the fuck do I need that? I don't. It
Mhm.
just gives me an excuse. It gives me an excuse to go and do it and be peaceful. I don't need an excuse. My excuse is I owe it to myself to find peace.
Mhm.
And I just need to sit down and find peace for myself. Give myself that time to be within me alone. And isn't that what we all need? That stillness.
Oh,
Again, stillness, the
and
quiet.
and yeah, and the word that came from me with that recently, ease.
E-
Ease.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard to be in a place of ease when we're trying to figure everything out. I need to know what's going to happen next. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. How can I just sit here and relax when I don't know? Yes,
Yeah.
Firefly. Somebody actually just commented Firefly. Yes, it's an inside job. Finding it on the inside. Exactly. Exactly. But it's giving yourself the permission. Giving ourselves the permission to be
Yeah.
still, to be in ease, because we don't know how to do that. And it comes back to what we started about last week, the hustle and the grind, programming.
Yeah.
We have to fight the fight to the end, to the death, until it's beaten like over 100 billion. Like, no, no. Sometimes fighting the good fight is about not fighting the fight at all.
And you know what we were saying earlier? I love what you said. You know what we were saying earlier about the Mars energy and like what that's presented over the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I don't know. I presume this is the case for some people. That hustle energy for me really came in strong, sort of October time,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't let up really until very recently.
Right.
And I'm fucking exhausted, like I was already struggling, but I felt so compelled to hustle, as like, no, that's the answer. Just keep doing that, and just really hammer it. And I did. And I'm now kind of recoiling, going back the other way, going, whoa, like this is I now have got to bring myself back to balance and do the opposite, right? Yeah.
And I found the same thing. Like, I was in, I mean, I was moving. I moved house twice. Like I was fucking hustling too, and the holidays, and like, oh my god, now I've moved twice, and now the Christmas is here, and New Year's, and like, and now, like, but it's true. That's how I felt, right? Like, my energy was just like, and then it was like, oh my god, I just gotta collapse. I've got to collapse. I've got nothing left, and in that exhaustion is where I'm finding your word, the ease. The ease comes because we had to get completely exhausted, because again, we learned the hard way, right?
Yeah.
How to get exhausted to hear, to listen to our bodies, because we don't like being in our bodies. Because why? Because our bodies require energy. That means we have to give them attention. We can't get everything done that we need to do. No, it all starts here. Again, like Firefly said, the inside job. It all starts here. And fighting that good fight is about fighting for what's right for you. And sometimes that means not fighting at all.
Mm. And sometimes it means discipline, like we were saying earlier, right? Yeah. Effort.
But finding that that path between the two. I know for me that has been okay. So I am going through a battle with, okay, so the first house I moved into, the landlord turned out to be a fucking slumlord. Okay, she stole a lot of money from me, like, oh, like 3 months worth of my money, like it, and yeah, and still I had to move out and start over. Now I am dealing with lawyers that I can't pay.
Wow.
She's got lawyers. I have nobody on my, like, I am having to fight her for my money back. That I know the woman is broke and doesn't even have my money anymore. So I know I will never get my money back. Okay.
Mhm.
I am at the point where I have
Wow.
to decide, is this worth the fight? Is this, because every time I think about what I have gone through and what I went through for that 6 weeks I was trapped in that house before I could get out, brings me back so much trauma and pain that it's not, like, the money is almost not even fucking worth re
Mhm.
that entire experience over and over with lawyers and whatever, and having to do relive all of this again. And then I go, the other side of me says, but that bitch, God forgive me, doesn't deserve to keep my fucking money because she was wrong. She literally stole. a lot of money,
Mhm.
and made my life a living hell and deserves to be punished.
Mhm.
Deserves to be I deserve to be right, god damn it. I deserve to prove her that she was wrong, and she now, that's the other side of me. How much now you felt the difference in my energy. How much energy did that take? The anger
Yeah.
that that brings in me to fight against someone just because I know they're wrong. On principle alone to fight.
Mhm.
It's exhausting and it isn't worth it. And justice will prevail. Thank you, Firefly. And I agree. And that is what I keep coming back to is what is meant to come back to me will come back to me 100-fold, 1,000-fold, very quickly, please. But my point is sometimes you have to choose the path of ease.
Mhm.
Give up the fight of having to be right based on a principle. Yes, you want to be vindicated. Yes, you want the world to know don't ever rent this woman's house because she's a slumlord and she will steal your money again. However, I can't save the world. I can save me. And I need to do what brings me peace
Mhm.
and trust in the process that I fought the good fight. I stood up for myself. I did everything I could, but I also know when to wave the white flag for my own benefit.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because all this is going to do is continue to keep this vengeance and this anger in my body until it's settled. And then what am I going to get at the end anyway? If she has no money, I'm going to get a lien against her house, which one day when she's dead or sells it, I might get back my money. Dude,
Yeah, right. You'd be a totally different life form by then, like, long gone, right? Yeah.
is it worth the fight?
Mhm.
I find that I mean, this is like a very, like, obviously dramatic example, but I find myself asking myself these kinds of questions lately about every single thing I'm doing. Is this worth being right and making a point and a principle, proving a point, or does it not fucking matter? Can I let people learn their lessons on their own because justice will prevail karmically regardless? And do I go on and say, all right, this is the easier way? But then there's the whole line of, but when do you assert your boundaries?
Yeah.
When do you not let a person, when do you stand, These are the things that I feel like are so important for us because these are day to day things. Again, the daily message is how do you navigate between these two areas when you know spiritually it will all come back, but yet you have to assert yourself. These are what we're navigating. These are the
Yeah,
situations. And I think it's really hard sometimes for people to decide where they come in and where they don't come into that. Where do you fight the good fight and where do you say it's just not worth it anymore?
totally, totally, yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing that in my life as well. You pick your I don't know if pick your battles is quite the right phrase, but you decide where it's appropriate to hold and to fight because it's a just fight and it's a worthwhile investment of your energy versus where it's just not worth the wasting of your energy. And also that thing about boundaries that you're saying, asserting really good boundaries, knowing how to do that, learning how to do that, and also this thing of um, practicing that art of holding and letting go,
Mm-hmm.
right? And sometimes we have to do both at the same time with a particular situation or person,
Mm-hmm.
and that is sometimes a really hard one to do, but we have to do it.
The holding and letting go. Yeah. Because it's a matter of, I guess, Is it completely letting go or is it holding loosely to things?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that
softening the grip, right?
right.
Yeah.
I think that that's where we're at this point. Um is it's a letting the rope sit in our hands like this, and if it moves, okay, we're not going to do this. We're just going to let it go wherever it kind of
Oh, that's
like
exactly how it. I love that. It's
before.
exactly how it feels. That is exactly how it feels.
Right, and the rope just kind of floats back and forth and you just go, "Okay, do I need to move my hands this way to accommodate the rope to stay balanced?" Cuz like I'm thinking of that like the tug of war game with the rope with the tape on it, right?
Yeah.
And right in the middle of your hands, the tape is coming down. And now they pull on the rope this way, so you don't grab the rope, but you move with it. And now the rope has to go this way. And if you want to stay with that little streamer in the middle, you got to kind of float this way. But you're not doing this as soon as the rope starts to move.
Yeah.
Like it's that
I really feel that. I so feel that in my life at the moment, you know, that exact
motion.
experience of life. Yeah.
And it's even like I can if you sit like if you feel into your body, you can like actually feel that like I feel the motion of that happening in my experience like even now just sitting here.
Hmm.
That's how but it's the fear that that's gonna move too quick or that makes us bear down, grab on, and then
Hmm.
what happens? We get like hurt by it, right? We get our hands all ripped up in a mess.
Yeah. And it happens, doesn't it, so many times in your life before you learn, yeah, I need to stop that. That really fucking hurts, man. And that takes time to recover from. I'm not gonna do that anymore. You
Right,
know? Like be present and show up with whatever the thing is or whatever's going on. But like, yeah, don't grip too tight because you can guarantee one thing, it's gonna change. Yeah.
right. And the only way you've got to stay present to because okay, so what I'm seeing is like again, like if you don't stay present with what you're experiencing, the rope will move too fast and you'll need to do that. But if you're present, you're going to see the micro movements and you'll be able to flow with it as opposed to let's say you're multitasked or hustling or whatever word you want to use. Now I'm distracted over here and oh shit, now it went really fast over here. That's where that comes from. That reactionary response. So we have to come out of being reactive to our
Mhm.
experiences because we don't always know when we're having the experience in that moment, the purpose of the experience, right?
Yeah. That,
The
that takes time usually to figure out, right? Yeah.
purpose could be that this thing just needs to go and you were supposed to let it miss it and not hold, like even see it. Or maybe it wasn't. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I did
Yeah, I
that
love it. Of course, yeah, I love it. It's brilliant. Yeah, yeah.
because I kind of like I don't know where I was going with all of that, but
Yeah. You so often you talk how I feel, and I just like, yeah, you know, you just talking about my journey.
and I think it's all of our journey, right?
Yeah, right.
We're
Exactly, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
all of our journey, and that's again comes back to what we're saying. We're all going through these things together. No matter if you're dealing with food addiction or you're dealing with sex addiction or you're dealing with drug addiction or alcohol addiction or codependence or whatever it is, we're running through the same energies, we're running through the same healing cycles, and we need to recognize that with each other. And we need to honor that everybody's dealing with something right now. And
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like we need to yeah, I guess we're doing that anyway, aren't we? Honoring people just generally. because we know they're going through the same. They're facing similar.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we came on to do this. Fire flood, be the willow with oak roots. Yes. Yes. One of my favorites is the bamboo. Bamboo, I love because bamboo, it grows really fast. It's super solid. It's hard as hell, but yet it's so flexible. You can bend it, you can do whatever with like that's what we need to be. We need to be able to be fluid or be like a willow where your roots are solid and strong, but man, you can move with the energy right now. Not it's like don't put all of your eggs into one basket kind of feeling. Like don't attach to any one thing right now. I guess is the message.
Hmm.
Um allow your experience, allow. And now they're all right. We're gonna pull cards. You're gonna pull cards because that's what you're saying. This is part of the energy that we need to tap into.
All right.
So it's this allow the experience to be the experience. So pick a deck and just one, just pick, just grab, close our eyes, whatever, and wake those bad boys up. Um, who else is here with us? There's still 7 people here with us. I wonder if they're the same 7 from the beginning. Yes, energy roller coaster. Um, all right. Oh, we have 8 people here now. We're gonna pull some cards, dude. We've been on this for 61 minutes.
Wait.
I've talked. Will you learn to tell me to shut up sometimes, please?
But you're so good. What comes out is so good. It's hard to tell you shut up. You
Well, thank you, and I appreciate.
but I don't live with you though, so like maybe I wouldn't. Yeah, yeah, indeed.
It's probably a good thing, man. We no, we would get along probably so good. It'd be
Yeah,
hysterical.
yeah.
But we would never shut up. Are you kidding? Oh, all right. So I am using my crystal unicorn tarot, you guys. Okay. And I also have the magical unicorn oracle, like I said. And Tim, my dear, what,
Mm.
what deck did you choose, my darling?
I just picked it at random, so I have no idea what's going to happen here. But so these are gateway oracle cards.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we'll see what comes up.
I have that deck too.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. So, what are we asking, darling?
um, okay, so what do we need to know that supports what we've been talking about today, that kind of lights the way for what we've
Okay.
been talking about today? What are the key messages,
All right.
or a key message? Yeah.
Perfect. Go for it. Let's see. What message do we need to know that will support us for today and what we talked? Okay. This is funny. Mine are funny. So I don't know what they mean. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I got it. I got it. I got it. You got your bad boys or not yet?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Of course, I me to go first. Okay, so you guys, this is very interesting because we got the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. Now, isn't this all the bullshit that we're talking about? The internal, the struggles, the petty winning, because the 5 of Swords is all about winning the battle but losing the war, right? And isn't
Mhm.
that what we're talking about? Fighting the good fight versus
Mhm.
do I fight these people and get money that I'm never going to collect, or do I live a life of ease and just surrender it over to spirit and be like, I know spirit has my back. That's this fight. Like, who wants to do that? So this is reinforcing that we are not meant to waste our fucking time and energy on stupid distraction fights that are not worth winning.
Yeah,
Like,
this is the martyr energy, isn't it? Yeah.
right, really don't come out with anything in the end.
Mm.
An idle victory that means nothing. And you wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy. Five of Wands is again that same energy that, but for me, it's more like that internal. I mean, it could be some distraction too, but it's like that fighting that fight inside of you of, do I fight for the good fight? Do I fight for principle? Do I, it's that clusterfuck. It's the clusterfuck. I can't decide where my true passion lies. My insides are all torn up because I really need the fucking money that I lost. I really need it. But is it worth my anguish? Is it worth the pain? Is it worth the money I still need to spend to get the money back that I lost? That's what this is. This is that fucking chatter. And I hate it. And we get the Four of Wands. So you got to get rid of all this shit if you want stability and happiness. Your stability and happiness does not come from all of this. Change this. They're both fives. Fives is change. Stop doing this crap and you will be a lot happier through this energy. But this is the energy we're dealing with. Is all of this shit's coming up to decide, do you fight or do you take the path of ease and let things go?
Oh, wow.
So that's that's
Honestly.
up. So now what do you got, darling?
Can I just say before I've just written this down, there's some key things you said there that really, really hit me. Like, going from that first card and that feeling of you said these words, my insides are all torn up, which is exactly how I've been feeling, and recognizing that I must change, right? And seeing the things that I need to do to change, and then feeling the other side of it and the ease and the goodness, and the providence that comes from that.
Right? And just the
Yeah.
energy of the Four of Wands, that freedom to celebrate and to actually be stable. I mean, I know it's the wedding card and all that shit, but we're not talking about it in that meaning. But it's talking about that solid castle, that your foundation being built on something that will substantiate you. And that's only if you give up the crap.
Hmm.
Boom. Thank
Yeah, big boom.
big boom. Big bada boom. What is that? Isn't that from what was that?
Fifth element, fifth element.
I
Yeah.
love that. Bada boom. Big bada boom. Boom.
Yeah,
Anyway, okay, that's my impression of Mila Jojovic in the Fifth Element. Thank you very much.
yeah, that's brilliant. What a great reference. Uh,
So show me your cards. Yes, stability, Firefly. The four is always about stability. Always, always, always.
yeah. So,
Well,
okay. Oh wow. Okay. First card. Uh, Communicating freely, and at the bottom it says, "I communicate from the depths of my being." Right, and that also, I communicate to the depths and with the depths of my being.
right.
Right.
That's that self-discovery. That's getting in touch with the inner conflict. That
Yeah.
inner conflict of why we do the things we do. Why is it important to win on principle? What inside of me needs to be proven right and the other person proven wrong?
Hmm.
The only way to figure that out is to come within. to discover our depth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And look at the picture as well, just the way it's flowing.
Mhm.
Wow, yeah. And through that act, look at all the beauty that's coming in and out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, man. I
Wow. Okay. So the second card was manifesting dreams. Look at all the food. Look at all the good food right there.
the bounty of plenty.
Natural, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Having it all. Having
Yeah.
everything what we need.
Can't ignore that. And the last one, I love this one. Um, so this is the result, yeah. Rising above. Yeah.
Yep.
Peace, peace, right? The
Mm.
warmth of the sun.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only see, what does it say? I only see beauty and grace. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. What are we saying? We need to rise above our egos that choose to be vindicated, right? Want to be heard, want to be recognized, want to be right. No, we got to rise above all of that because none of that is what we're here to do. Karma works itself out. It is not our job to bring the wrath of God. I don't feel like and I kind of feel like that's what a lot of those people um are doing right now, is really getting in that place of like, I need to be right. Look at all of this stuff with the things that have gone on in the world, let's say, and all of the separation that the political issues have like done between people, and no I'm right and no I'm right and no, right?
Mhm.
It's not about that. It's about
Yeah.
above all of that crap and just seeing the beauty, the grace of who and what we are.
Mhm. That's such an important message, but both internally within us, and also out in the world, in our interaction with the world.
Hmm.
To step back from that place of absolutism of I'm right and nothing else really matters because this is the truth and it's the only truth, and
Hmm.
this is how we become so disconnected from one another. One of the ways, you
Hmm.
know, such a dangerous trap that.
Right. And then, and then again, coming back to, when do you mouth off against the injustices? There are people who are here to be the warriors, to
Mm,
be the big mouths, to fight those battles, to go against the system and really scream out. How do you
mhm.
how do you know when? How do you know if it's your mission? How do you know? I see, and am I gonna share this? So okay. So I'm just gonna share a little bit. Um and so, as I said, I shared my story about what I'm dealing with this, but on a larger scale, I have been made aware that my divine counterpart is also going through a very similar, very public fight against a big banking system, banking a Wells Fargo here in the United States. Um, and he has and he is anchoring into this fight that is going to be a massive fucking showdown, blowout. Like, it's going to be a big deal. And I find it interesting that the mirror that's going on with all of this is that um it's affecting his social media. So as you guys know, I have gotten off social media except for YouTube, and his social media keeps getting shut down and shut down and shut down, and he's fighting it. He's fighting it tooth and nail. He is not understanding the higher message here, that which is the mirror, that he needs to get off social media,
Mm,
which is the bigger sign here. And he is anchoring himself deeper into this fight of going against why his social media keeps getting shut down, instead of realizing that this fight is, yes, he may win it. It is going to be a very costly, time consuming, completely distracting from the bigger picture
mm,
project that he is going to that he is going down this path with. And it is amazing to see the mirror of how he is choosing to deal with it and how I am dealing with it. And now, again, I'm not saying he's right, he's wrong. I don't fucking know. We're not, like, we don't talk to each other. We're friends on social media, but that's it. And since I'm not on social media, I only hear bits and pieces through the grapevine. Um, but it's fascinating that the mirrors are going on like this.
mhm,
And it all, again, comes back to this fight. This fight of, do we fight for principle or do we fight for peace?
mhm,
And I'm
yeah,
at the place in my journey where, honestly, peace is so much more valuable to me than principle, than money, than popularity, than approval. Um, my peace and my ease, um, that's not replaceable by
yeah.
anything.
They're the gold, right? Peace,
That's,
ease, and flow. Yeah.
yes. So, yeah,
Mm,
so I wanted to share this too because, again, we are, most of you who are here on this journey with us, the twin flame journey too, and this is just further confirmation that, not the mirror is there. Our divine counterparts, whether they know it or not, whether we know it or not, I was allowed to see this experience, a snapshot of it, to be able to share with you that the mirror is fucking real. So if you're having doubts, if you're having whatever, you know, allow this to be confirmation that there still are things going on in the twin flame dynamic, that are very real and very true. Um, yeah.
mhm.
So yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. No, 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 that's good. I'm just taking in what you're saying. The I know you've obviously put a lot of time in, over the years with the twin flame journey and really helping everybody to understand it. And to be honest with you, I've had quite a few experiences in that area, and I'm still trying to understand it. It's so convoluted. So you're helping me just, every time I hear you talk about that specifically.
Yeah. I want to pull from the unicorn oracle quick. There we go. One step at a time.
Mm, mm-hmm,
This is how we move forward. This is how we move forward from here, you guys. Um, Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. And isn't that what we're saying? Micro movements, allowing things to unfold, taking our time, taking it all one step at a time, right?
mm.
Just because we know we're here for bigger things.
Can I, while you're doing that, just let me literally get up for a second because I pulled like the exact same card from a deck the other day, and I
Get
want
it?
to show you it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, please,
I'm
please.
coming back. I'm coming back.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm used to being here. With who do we have left? We have five people left. Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much. If you guys have hung out with us this whole time, like, we're up to almost 80 minutes already.
Oh wow. Okay. Let me
Isn't
just quickly show you this card.
every journey starts with a single step? Exactly.
All right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And look at they've got like a torus field coming out of the person, right?
Right? Exactly.
And
Come right from the energetic heart,
yeah,
it looks like.
yeah. Mm.
That's so cool. What the hell just happened to my screen? Okay, something weird just happened. Now all the messages are on my screen all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. But exactly. And so, I go back to that saying, what's the best way to eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's taking things one step at a time. We can't get ahead of ourselves. We have to stay present and pay attention and listen right now,
Mhm.
which is where we started with the purposeful stillness. We need to listen to our higher guidance and really connect within ourselves, which is
Yeah.
the card that you pulled, right? Connecting within ourselves.
Mhm. And yeah, and what we were saying as well about really addressing now what cannot be avoided anymore, what has to finally be dealt with.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right. And it's safe. Like that's the other part. It's like it's safe now. We're ready. It's not like I'm still shuffling. It's okay to it's safe now to deal with those parts of ourselves that are different, that we haven't known how to handle, how to be. This is what we're here being. We're not perfect. We're showing people how far from perfect we are. But yet we're perfect in how we are,
Perfectly imperfect.
right? And we don't need to do this like anybody else. We're doing it like us. And for those of you who are here with us, I thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
And
me too.
look, and that's the last card that popped out. Look, just be yourself.
Oh,
One step at a time. It's okay to be different and just be yourself. Oh, we're crazy oddballs. And I love it. I love
yeah. Yeah,
it.
me too.
Right?
Mhm.
Any final words? Do you want to pull one more card for us before we go?
Uh,
Message?
I'm gonna stick with this one. I really like
Okay.
this. Like, I just want to talk about it probably a little bit more.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there's so much power in this for me. Like in terms of where we are in our journeys. It's like we've done the work. We've done all of the prep. We've worked through all of this shit, and we're right at the end now of a phase of a cycle. Like really, truly, right at the last little bit, and we're clearing that final crap out from our energy, and it's like we're standing on a cosmic platform, right? And we're just saying, right, this is it. I've got my suitcase, I've got my boobs. No, ignore them. I haven't got any of those. But like, right. But she's saying, look, I'm connected. I'm ready now. And I'm taking that first step.
And she's
No.
looking up. Like I can see it, like she's looking up at like the heavens. Like she's trusting.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
I love I love that. It's very Harry Potter 9 3/4 ish energy. Like I feel like she's like on the platform, like you said,
yeah.
with her suitcase, just ready to embark on her spiritual, like a different, like it's a new spiritual path,
Hmm.
is what it feels like.
Yeah. It's a brand new journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And look at this as well. This is all I need. It's like she's got the little suitcase there, and it's like that's it. I'm
Mm,
naked. I'm naked, and that's all I need.
right.
And
Right.
it's safe. You
I
know.
I love that. I love that she's naked and she's holding her suitcase. Like her clothes are in there, I'm sure, but she's standing there naked regardless.
Mm.
I love that. and she's following her higher calling. Like she's trusting in the process, I feel like. And
Mhm.
are they butterflies
That's uh,
coming off the suitcase around her in light?
wow, how did you see that? Yeah, they are. They're tiny. I don't know how
I
you saw that. Yeah.
Because I have my glasses on.
All right. Yeah.
Can't see anything without them, but yeah, they're butterflies. And that was the cards for today. I don't know if you saw the post this morning or if anybody saw the post for the cards for today. Let me hang on. Hang on. Ugh, what the heck was this? Oh, the quantum oracle. Okay. I think. So this morning's reading was from the quantum oracle. And oh wait. Oh, and the transformation card. That's what came out. One of the cards. So the butterflies, the transformation is all, butterflies, transformation, starting this new journey. Like I feel, this all plays together. The letting go. These were all a bunch of the cards from this morning. The letting go, stop holding on so tight to things, like being in a place of gratitude. So, yeah, the transformation that we're facing is real, is super real right now. And we have to cross this bridge.
Mm,
We have to cross the bridge. We have to get on that platform, naked and vulnerable, face the fears that may be coming up about exposing ourselves, our true selves, and just be, right?
yeah.
Just be who we are.
Yeah. Showing up as who we are. Wow. Yeah.
Yay! Yay! All right. So, do we feel complete
I think we're there. I feel like, yeah. I feel like
after
we covered a
after
lot of
all
ground on it,
minutes?
but
I love it. All right. All right, guys. So, Tim, thank you again for being here with me.
thank you too, my love.
I look forward
Pleasure.
to us doing this at least once a week since we're on a roll at this point. Maybe more, we'll see. And now that we know how to do it live, yay! It's so much easier. Um, and yeah, and thank you guys who held out here with us and who will continue to watch this later. And thanks for putting up with us for 88 almost minutes. And I love you. So
Yeah. And ask questions as well, like, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
and and also if you want to come on with us, we will do that too. So please, if you want to join us and you have things you want to add and you're not afraid on being on camera, again, I welcome you guys. Reach out to me, reach out to Tim, email us, whatever. The stuff will be in the details when this reposts. So, all right, beautiful souls, I am sending you all so much love and light, gratitude and blessings always. I love you guys, and we will talk again soon. Mwah.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.